The Zuni Pueblo of New Mexico is located about 50 miles south of Gallup in the southwest corner of New Mexico. The Zuni Pueblo people are known for fine stone lapidary work. And I'd like to share with you exactly how the Zuni people started to get involved in historic Southwest silver work. So around 1872, a Navajo silversmith by the name of Atsidi John, who was well known for making the first bridles and the first concho belts, and was the first Navajo silversmith to put stones into silver, made a visit to the Zuni Pueblo. And he met a man by the name of Lanyade. And together they began to collaborate on creating Zuni Pueblo style silver jewelry. Around the 1890s, the Zuni began to experiment putting stones onto the silver. And this was quite an extensive work. Often it was done by family members, as one person in the family cut stones, another one polished them, another one put them on the silver. It was quite a laborious task. In the 1920s, there were only about 9 silversmiths at Zuni Pueblo who had learned the craft. Yet as the tourists began to come across the railroad into California and the tourist industry began to pick up, there was a big demand for Zuni Pueblo jewelry because it was so artful and so beautiful, and the stones were so elegant. This is something that really sets apart Zuni Pueblo jewelry from Navajo jewelry, the use of stones as the accent as opposed to the use of silver with the Navajo people. By the 1930s, there were as many as 90 silversmiths working in the lapidary business in Zuni Pueblo. Today, some of the most magnificent pieces of jewelry can be found, both historic and contemporary, out of the Zuni Pueblo. And so not only do we find wonderful stones, wonderful settings, we often find serrated bezels, and it's really a beautiful piece of art. And although many of the other pueblos also produce great amount of jewelry, it's really the Zuni people of the southwest section of New Mexico that I think produced the finest and the most beautiful jewelry. So I hope you learned something extra today at Chipeta Trading Tips, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Until then, hagone.